Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my office. It is late afternoon, Sunday evening, and we just got back from a little birthday party that one of my daughter's classmates had. So we had a fun afternoon, and now we've kind of wrapped up some of our evening chores, and it's time to get ready for bed soon. But before I lose the light, I wanted to share with you my latest update and my plan with me for this coming week. I had to do things a little bit differently this week, and you'll see that in just a minute. So stay tuned for that, and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today. So normally I like to use a little bit of decoration and some stickers and some highlighters or mild liners to make my planner look and feel just how I want. But there are times when I don't have the time or the energy for that, and it just has to get done. So this week was one of those weeks. I thought I would have time after last week's video to get in and kind of do my setup that I like to do, where I get out some color and some stickers on the page and just make my layout look a little more fun and exciting. But it never happened. Monday morning came and I decided I needed to do a brain dump and really just get all of the ideas and tasks that were swirling in my head out and down on paper. And I thought, I just need to do this. This is going to be a functional planning week. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute, and we'll set up the next week as well. I'm probably going to do the same thing, pretty minimal setup. So let's take a look. Here I have my Jane's Agenda planner and my pen pouch from One Canoe 2. We may or may not need the pen pouch, but I usually keep it with my planner, so we're going to set that aside. So this is my Discbound planner in the classic size. I have a cover from Jane's Agenda, as well as most of my inserts are from Jane's Agenda as well. This is the Jane's Agenda cover from the monthly deluxe subscription box, so you can find out more in the description below. And we're going to jump right in to this week. So as you can see, this has been a really busy week. So we are here on Sunday, and I haven't even gone in to check off some of my items that we did. We haven't done a whole lot because we did have this party, and we've done some laundry. I have my second load in the wash. I still need to do the sheets and the whites. And I didn't have time to work up in my office like I thought I would. So a lot of this stuff is going to flow over to tomorrow. I did do that. And I'm working on this right now, and that's about as far as we got. So this is how my week turned out. And I'll take this out of the way for a minute, just so we can see the full spread here. So when I started Monday morning, the only thing I really knew was I needed to separate out some of my types of tasks. It just seems to be how my brain works, that I want to know what I have to do for home, for one of my jobs, and then for my other jobs, Jordan Essentials, just any other parts of my life that pop into my mind. So Monday morning, I just sat down and made that list. I did do a bit of color coding, so anything that was an appointment, I put in a color. The purple is always my personal things, and then red is any of my YouTube videos, and then anything that's family or my daughter goes in a blue. My daughter I tend to use the turquoise for, and then if it's family, meaning it's more than one of us, then it's in the navy blue. Besides that, I kind of kept a timeline like I usually do. So normally I do the Erin Condren hourly sticker or hourly washi tape. So I had that in my mind that I still sort of had AM and PM, but you can see some days I wasn't very consistent. Some days I really put all of the PM things down here. There were other days where I put it more like based on where it was, if it was a type of thing that was a family related or home related, and it didn't really matter because I was just going day by day. So each day I just knew what I had done and what worked for me. And the only other thing I did as a little bit of a new system was I highlighted the day once it was over. So that helped me just visually see I need to work on everything on this column. So this is Sunday, and I went through and highlighted as I went. I thought I might use this section more for some notes, but I never ended up writing anything there. And this tracker is working well. I've added some things to it, and these are some of my personal things I'm doing besides the homework stuff that I've been helping my daughter with. And then you saw on my This is the hybrid dashboard from Jane's Agenda. So you can see I've added a couple of things. I did update my contact list and my errand list and just got new post-it notes to kind of start fresh. And then my friend Sarah and I were working on some of our stock and supplies for some upcoming vendor events that she and I were working together. It's really nice that she and I are both Jordan Essentials consultants. She's technically under me, but I always feel like we really just work side by side. We're both trying to grow our businesses. We're both busy moms with busy lives, and we just kind of know how it goes, so we do the best we can. And we enjoy doing these vendor events together because I feel like we work well as a team and it becomes a more successful event because we're both there together doing our different parts. So these were some things after we had spent a little bit of time together working on some of the prep. I realized I need to get these together before our next event, which isn't for several weeks. So that's just there as my ongoing reminder. That way, if I think of anything else too that needs to get gathered up before that next event, I have a place to keep that ongoing list that'll travel with me. So that is this week. Let's go ahead and I will say what I did was a basic bullet journal system. So anything that was a task started out with a bullet or a dot. Once I completed the task, it got a check mark. In the traditional bullet journal system, that would be an X, but I just like the way a check mark looks versus an X. To me, an X always seems like it's canceled or it's not done and just crossed out. So I like the check mark, meaning it is done. And then I did do the forward migrating arrows. So for anything I wasn't able to accomplish, I forward migrated it to either the very next day or some of the things it was like several days later, just whenever I knew I had time to do it. Now, let's go ahead and take these 2 pages out. And I'm just going to do a very minimal setup. I don't even think I'm going to do that hourly washi tape because I think it worked better for me this week since right now our schedules are really full and busy. All I'm going to do is plug in my appointments and the things that I know I don't want to forget. And I'm going to keep these sections the same because that seemed to work. So we'll set the main planner aside. And I think I'm going to do the same thing where I'm not going to highlight the day until the day is over because that also worked well. I think I will do a little bit of highlighting on the side just to make those headings a little more obvious. So I'm just going to do a really quick swipe, and this marker is running out of juice, so it's kind of fading as we go, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use my typical color code. So we'll do home is the blue. And then I'll do this purple. This is one of my other jobs. And this is anything else. So let's do that in green. That way it kind of reminds me it could be Jordan Essentials. It could be some of my other volunteer things. It could just be random things that don't really have a category. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back to my monthly calendar and look at the week we are in, which is this 15th to the 22nd, because actually the weekly pages start on a Monday. So it'll be the 16th to the 22nd, and I'm going to go through all of my appointments and the things I know have to get done. Right off the bat, I'm going to write down there is no school on Friday. Just to remind me of that, and you'll have to excuse my squeaky chair. Okay, now let's go to appointments, and maybe I'll try to be a little more consistent and truly just put things in, I don't know, this is where I struggle a little bit because, yeah, I'm just going to put things in morning, afternoon, and evening, regardless of what category it's in, because it does, that's still what my brain thinks, is if it's at the top, it's in the morning, and if it's at the bottom, it's in the evening. So let's do that. So I have, and I am going to put it at the bottom because basically once I go to this chamber meeting, my day is done. I'm not going to do any other tasks. So we're going to say 6:30 is my Chamber of Commerce meeting. And we have a special guest coming. So I'm just making a note to remind me of that. And I didn't even get my ruler out. I just did the best I could on a sort of straight line. We did trash already. So now I'm going to make sure we have Tuesday evening. We need to get the trash or the recycling to the road. So I'm going to put that in blue just to call it out so I don't forget it, because that is kind of time sensitive. It just needs to happen at some point on Tuesday, but that'll remind me. Then on Wednesday, my daughter has a doctor's appointment, and that is right after school. So I'm going to put it right here, I think. And I just need to remember if I'm gonna, I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna pick her up early. Technically, I could pick her up at the normal drop-off time and she could make it. But she said something about, I just wish I had time for a snack and go into the bathroom for a minute before we go. So I thought, well, maybe I'll pick her up a few minutes early. The last half an hour of school, I know they're just kind of wrapping some things up. So, and this is just her well child for this year. And then we do have a few hours later, and this is kind of the same way, like once we go to PSR, we're pretty much done for the night. So we'll put that at the bottom. And I am helping to teach a little bit this year. So this is definitely something we're both doing. Last year I was able to drop her off sometimes and then come back and pick her up. But this year it's both of us there for the duration. All right, now Thursday is, well, I forgot to put my work schedule in, so I'll do that real quick. So Tuesday is a work day for me, and I think I'm going to do it here. So this morning section I'm going to leave, well, maybe I'll do it right at the bottom. This is the day that I do my accounting job, and my boss is usually pretty flexible, so we don't have a definite start time. We just kind of text each other that morning and say, how's it going for you? Okay, we'll meet there at this time. And if one of us gets there first, it's no big deal. The other thing that I know is kind of time sensitive is I do need to film my Tiny Tidy if I haven't done it. So I think I'm going to get my red Pilot friction pen out because I love my friction pens. I'm definitely losing the light, so I'm trying to find it here. Okay. Whoops. Just to remind me that at 1 o'clock I have my Tiny Tidy Tuesday video going up. So depending on how my filming goes on Monday, I may or may not have to film that. But okay, so now Thursday is also same accounting job. Whoops. Okay. And what else was there? Is that up? Oh, then this is where I left off and I was going to pick back up. So Thursday evening then. So this is my other friction 3-color pen. So I have Dance for my daughter. Oops. This is why I love the erasable pens, because I mess up all the time. All right, so that's that. And then there is also, okay, I'm probably not gonna watch it, but I wanna shift. I'm just gonna make myself a little note to remind me that at 7:30, we're having a community class for Jordan Essentials. So Nancy, the owner and founder, who used to be known as Nancy B. Crafton, because her last name starts with a B. So she's doing a fun class about gifting and the holidays, and how to take some of our Jordan Essentials sets and bundles and break them up into smaller gifts. So you're saving money, but you're getting some good quality, botanically based Bath and Body products to gift to people. And then she's going to do some fun ways to package it all up and gift, get the gift ready. So there's that. And I am going to make a note for my daughter. This is the end of their quarter, and they have to have these AR goals met by the end of the quarter. So, and they get a reward, I think, if they meet their goal. So I think that's everything that's a scheduled event. And then moving to the weekend, I have an event I'm organizing on Saturday evening. I'm going to I'll put it down here. That's where it goes if I'm going to be consistent. So I think we're just going to say 5 o'clock, I think. And do we have anything else? That's it. And then Sunday, the only thing that's kind of time sensitive is the trash needs to go to the road at the end of the day, or if not a little sooner. And then I usually do 8 a.m. mass, so we'll put that at the start of my day. Okay, so that is everything for my week. Very minimal setup. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do is just copy over my tracker. And I'm also going to grab this little highlighter. So this is a set from Jane's Agenda, and I do like highlighting the week that we're in. It just helps me keep that visual. And then we'll transfer over the checklist here, my little tracker. Okay, now that's everything. I'm not even going to do the dots on there. I just kind of feel like I don't need to do that this week. I'm kind of getting into this just basic minimal setup. So we're going to put these in, and I'm going to keep my hybrid page marker here, hybrid dashboard page marker. And that way it's ready to go for tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning I'll just take a look, see if there's anything that I got done tonight yet. But most of it will probably just get transferred. I actually would like to work on some of these home tasks so that tomorrow I can just focus on some of my other work-related and volunteer-related things and not have all the home stuff hanging over my head. So we'll see if we can do that. But other than that, I think that takes care of it. So put my friction pen back that I like to use here. And now my planner is set and ready to go. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that was interesting and fun for you to see how I do functional planning when I just need to get it done and there isn't time for all the fun and pretty stickers. If you're like me, it's always nice to have that when you can, but there's also just times in life when other things take priority, and planning is something that I view as a functional, helpful tool, but also a little bit of a hobby. So I like it when I can spend some time in my planner and kind of be creative and fill my cup with some things that I enjoy doing. But sometimes I just have to get it all done. So let me know in the comments down below how things go for you this week, if you're doing more functional planning these days, or if you're still doing the decorative planning, or a little bit of both. I know this is a busy time of year and it's only going to get busier. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and put my priorities first and let the fun activity happen if it has time. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below if you enjoy my planner videos. I'll have my affiliate link and everything in the description below so you can check out more Jane's Agenda products and the deluxe subscription box if you're interested in that. And of course, I will be back on Tuesday for another Tiny Tidy Tuesday video, and I'll declutter another box from the basement. And then on Friday, we'll be back with another beautifully organized in 52 weeks video, so you can work on one more space in your home. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.